my skills and my level of my speed reading and memory is very slow. I should practice, I should develop it, I should do what it takes, because it's very, very easy tools you can use in your own life to get results. Because before training, we've got tests, and there was shown that I read about 250 words per minute. It was in English. Probably in Russian it will be a little bit more.
Right.
But after 3 hours, my results were 325 words per minute.
Wow.
So in
fantastic.
3 hours, I just almost doubled my results.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
It's great progress you've made.
It's very powerful experience for me. And Hughes Clark and Mark Tigelaar and the CEO of the company doing very, very, very amazing things. And they getting international recognized there. They work with Windows, with different kind of huge clients, and it's great.
That's incredible.
They have just 14 people. They had 14 people in as a team members, but they're increasing its numbers, and it's very impressive what they do.
Absolutely, it is. What was your biggest, the great surprise about the training? What was like a breakthrough moment? Something that you never thought about before? What the biggest discovery? Was it something new?
That's amazing. Great question. And there was a lot of insights during the training, during these 3 days, and before and after.
Well, I'm sure there were so many moments.
The biggest one, I think I will say you later about that, because I have several and I should choose one. It's very nice, very good.
It's not
question.
easy to do when you're such a great trainer.
I should see my writings, what I did, and that's great. But what I understand one more time and understood and saw this, that I should practice, I should use these tools, because to form new habits, it takes time.
Absolutely,
yes. I could increase my results, but I didn't form my habits.
Yeah.
And when I was reading this morning the book, and I just realized that my brain wants to read the old way. So I should
have to retrain your brain.
Do this again. Do this what I taught on this training. Do this a different way. Yes, Anya, I should form new habits.
Absolutely. I think the habits, they determine the success in life initially.
Yes.
So all that depends on the choices you make every hour, every minute of the day, and the habits that are well developed. Because it's like automatic. When you have habits, it's routine that you use every day, it's effortless. You don't have to struggle. It's easy and it becomes natural.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Just one question, Anya.
Yes.
Are you recording this part? Are you recording this part of our conversation?
I started recording. Yeah, I pressed the button, but it's very easy, I think, to cut it, to modify it later.
It's good. I think this part is very important as well. If you don't mind, will you send it to me all together, okay?
Okay, absolutely, sure, I will do that. Yes, because I think the videos...
What about YouTube?
I think the connection is a little bit breaking off. So can you repeat that, please?
I agree. Sometimes, Anya, what about your trip? I've seen your beautiful pictures. I've seen way into very nice landscapes and nature. What did you do and how was your trip?
I think it's incredible. It's fantastic. I did some work there too, and there was such an amazing time being out to explore the nature. Great treat for the mind, for the body, for their soul, for everything, because Oregon has such a magnificent weather and views, and it's the ocean and the mountains, and something very special about this part of the United States. It's very different. The nature is so untouched. Lots of forests and the Pacific Ocean, the beaches that are very different than, let's say, the coast of Florida or California. I felt so much energy and just breathing this delicious air. It was incredible. It was a very good place for quiet work, for meditation, for yoga, for rewriting life goals again, because that's the most important process you can do with no distraction. You can just go to the deep into the nature, turn off all phones and all distractions, and get the pen and then the paper and just write a lot. There's just so many insights, because I do believe that everything we need to know is within ourselves, that we need to just discover what we really truly want. And it worked great. It was amazing, and there was a very high quality rest, and very necessary for very productive work. It's a quality, everything that you let into your life, if it is of high quality, then it changes your life in tremendously astonishing ways. It's great.
Yes.
It's really nice. And I think that being close to nature plays a very important role in our lives. Yeah. So you become more
I agree with
productive. Yes. So it was absolutely incredible. But thank you. So I would highly recommend you to see it one day.
That's what I wanted to say. I should put this in my goal list to visit Oregon and this part of the United States.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of beautiful things to see and amazing nature.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll be happy to tell you all about the places, where to go, what to do. And I definitely want to go back. That's what I wanted in the last day of my trip. I said that before even leaving Oregon, I already want to be back there. It was great. I loved the city of Seattle. Very big. It's like New York. Great architecture. Really nice, cosmopolitan. A lot of culture. Beautiful, beautiful streets. And it also has the ocean. Really nice. And especially great to go there in summertime when you feel all the cool air, and the air was very fresh. The smell of the ocean is delicious. It works so much better than coffee. That's incredible. Yes. Yeah. So it's I think traveling. Probably you already know that very well. It is an education. You change your setting. You meet new people. You see how people live differently. You adopt something in your life, and then you come back, and then you change your life for the better.
I absolutely agree with you. I learn a lot from traveling, from visiting new places.
Yes.
Getting new cultures, new people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very grateful for that. We talked with you in Moscow here, and when I was in Amsterdam, I've met some new people, new great, amazing mentors, and I've shared my thoughts about traveling that I started not so long ago. It was my 20s I started to travel, and it's amazing. It's great opportunity to see the world, to learn from new people, new cultures, new places. I agree with you. For me, I learn much more from experiencing this, not from books. From books, yeah, it's great. It's great too.
But it's theory. It's also necessary. Books are great, but then besides theory, you do need practice. You have to get out and meet people and experience everything. So it's all is important. But it's like,
and we have a lot of we have a lot of opportunities. We also mentioned that with you, Anya.
Yes.
That you can go online in internet, choose the destination you want, pick the place, buy tickets, and you can go this evening somewhere else. So it's crazy. The world gets so small, and you can become and do and have whatever you put your mind to when you focus, where you focus your attention, you focus your energy. You see opportunities, you see people, you see circumstances are changing. You didn't live before, you didn't have money, you didn't have opportunity, but when you focus on what you want, on your dreams, on your goals, small changes start become reality. You don't see in tomorrow and after that, but you see different small changes in month or even in year. I started to see my changes just in 1 or 2 years after starting to learn of this and practice and using in my own life. So it's great. I'm very grateful for that.
Absolutely. And then when you travel, you can still keep your routine, and then you don't have to change your schedule. You still work, you still do physical exercise, but you add some interesting experience of being in a different place, getting out of your comfort zone, being in a place where they speak different language, they eat different food, everything looks different. And then you have to learn about this. You have to fit. After traveling so much, I think it's more important. It's not being the tourist, like in being like a classical tourist who do not really see the real country, the real world. It's more interesting to be like a local. And I loved your idea so much, like exploring Amsterdam by bike. Getting on a bicycle and riding everywhere. That's what I would do. I think this is such a great idea. I never saw anyone would do that. Tourists, they would just go to one attraction to another attraction with a book, reading about it, going on a tour, going to the restaurants. You did it. It's great. It's fantastic. I think it was incredible. And it's interesting.
To be not as a tourist, but being as a local is I like it much more than just go and be guided. And,
Yes, definitely. So this is great. And I think every time you come back from the trip, you have this amazing new energy and so many great ideas that you want to put into practice. It always happens.
Yeah, and I feel your new energy as well.
Yes, it's there. It's definitely there. There is so much that I want to do. That's why the time becomes so valuable. The time before the next trip. Like, I think every minute of the day I'm doing something. And at the same time, this time for rest, relaxation, yoga, this is also important. But you just want to be productive. And it's a good time management skills that I think so essential to be able to have everything done. Only having ideas is not enough. You have to actually take actions to make them true. And you probably know a lot about time management skills and how to be efficient.
It's very important subject, Anna, to manage your life, because we cannot really manage our time, but we can put priorities, we can manage ourselves, and we can get results.
Yes.
Because it's very important subject, and I still learn this, and I still practice this, and I still try to form new habits. It's very easy, but it's still a little bit difficult to leave your comfort zone, to do something different. You do different things 1 week and first days, and it's challenging. But in a couple of weeks, you see that it's getting easier. You do something different. You see new results. You see that you do much more things in the same period of time that you used to, and it's very time management, efficiency, how to be productive. It's one of the important things you should be an expert.
Yes.
So it's a skill, it's learnable skill. And a lot of people I've interviewed, a lot of people I've searched and discovered, they're excellent time managers.
They never waste any minute of their day.
Yeah, they know their priorities, they know their goals, and they know that, and they ask questions all the time. This thing I'm going to do will put me closer to my vision and goals? If the answer no, probably it take away from your goals and vision. So when you have your vision, your goals, your dreams, where you're going to go, the priorities will get there as it's natural.
It is.
And it's great. It's great. You know what to say no, and no is very important word in time management.
True. Yes, it's crucial.
Great movie. We've mentioned with you the great movie with Jim Carrey with nice idea like Yes Man.
But yes, great movie.
You should know what's your goal. And you shouldn't say yes to anything.
That's dangerous.
You shouldn't say yes to all the people, because our time is limited.
True.
But you focus on your goals and say yes to your priorities, to things that will get you closer to that.
Yes, definitely. Yes, because nobody has more than 24 hours. Could be president of the country, or office worker, or the person who cleans the office. They all have exactly the same time. It's what you do every hour that matters. And sometimes very successful people, even if they seem to do nothing, they're doing very important things. They're recovering, they're meditating, maybe they're thinking of some important ideas to implement, or they write their plans for the next day. This is that what makes a big difference. So do you write? Do you have a plan? Do you have a list of things? How do you, for that you do every day? So how do you manage your schedule? Do you do that the night before the next day, or the first thing in the morning? How do you schedule your day to be efficient and so productive, and being able to do so much of exciting things that people would probably have, that average person in Russia would have it maybe for this amount of experiences? They would have it maybe in a year. For you, it's just a regular week. Like being on television, giving interviews, getting interviews, learning, studying, entertaining, going to so many cool places. It feels that like you have 48 hours a day. So how do you do that?
Thank you. But I see myself and I feel that, I didn't do this. I don't have enough time. I would like to get more done. But thank you very much for the question. Yes, Anna, I do plan my day.
Wow.
I try to do every single evening.
Yes.
I do what I should do next day, and in the morning I write down my 10 major goals for life. It's lifelong goals. It keeps your mind and focus on the most important things in life. Yes,
Okay.
I plan my day. I'm going to plan to-do list for tomorrow this evening.
Yes.
And tomorrow morning, I'm going to write down my 10 major goals for life. It's very important. You put your goals, your to-do list in your subconscious mind.
Yes.
And you always program yourself for this, for the future, for what you like to do. And you ask me, how can I achieve so much? I see myself that I'm so unproductive. I see myself, I would like to be better time management. I think, I have one day and I did so little things. But yeah, some my friends and some my colleagues and people around say, "Wow, how can you achieve so long?" And probably it looks like this, Anya. And probably it's I've got a lot of successes as well. But I want to more. I want to achieve more. I want to get more things done during the day, during the weeks, and it's skill, it's productivity tools that we can use. But when I see my mentors and role models, and I also when I see what you do during your day, I see, wow, with that people I do so little. I should grow. I should increase my productivities. I see that people do much more things that I do. And it's great to have like such role models.
We all learn from each other.
We learn from that kind of people. If we associate with unproductive people, they are no goal oriented, we get results lower. And when you see this, and when you know the secret, the principle that we become an average person we most associate with, we should increase that level. It's great to learn from any kind of people, from different part of life, a level of life. But my decision and the best way I learn is learn from people who are one head or two heads or 10 heads above than me. And I see results gets increasing to learn from them, to interview them, to ask them how they manage their time and lives and what they do, what's their habits, what they read, what they learn from. And
absolutely, I definitely agree with it. It really works. That's how I started. Talking to people who are productive and have great results, and then it becomes like a norm. Every person has their ideas, their philosophies of what is possible, and there are people out there who have different ideas. They truly believe success is not possible. You have to work hard all day. It's okay to not being successful. They agree to get paid very little. And it's very dangerous. I would say it's very, it changes your life. It's when you spend more time with people who have the ideas or philosophy of a poor person or a successful person, then you lower your standards. And the opposite is true as well. So
I absolutely agree with you. And also I feel so blessed and so grateful that I see that my friends and my society of people I talk with, they became my friends, are constantly changing as I do. Because 5 years ago, I had very nice, great people, my level. But when you talk, when you have a lunch with people who are like CEO of great company, and it's okay for him to say, I'm going to visit London and go to like business class or first class for a weekend. And when you hear that person, you say, wow, that's amazing to go and to talk like this, like you go like 5 kilometers from your to your summer house.
Yeah, it becomes a norm.
That person talking about visiting London for a weekend and going to business class and visiting like amazing people there, and you see, wow, that's amazing, and you see that you can do this as well. But that level, like 1 year or 2 years ago, it was, wow, I cannot afford this. But you change your mind, your thinking, you change your results.
Yeah, it becomes
you just believe in yourself. That's possible. That's possible.
Totally. Yes, you accept it more, because actually to make it possible, it's not that difficult. It's more difficult to change your mind, to change your idea, your attitude towards that, to feel comfortable at that level. Being comfortable in first class, being comfortable of being successful, that is a very important principle. It's a basis of personal development and of success. Yeah.
And I always increase my level of believing what is possible. And there are a lot of tools. I use different tools every day. I try to do it. Goal setting, writing down is very important. But our mind, our brain works with images.
Yeah.
I didn't form strong habit to visualize my success, my future, but I try to do this, and I feel
the energy.
It's getting energy, and it's getting better. I feel more confident, and I feel more clear about that. Affirmations, power of words and our thoughts. We become what we think about most of the time. Thoughts and words, and we become what we're talking about as well.
Yes.
When we use different kind of words, what successful people use, for example, we are grateful. We focus about a future, about what we want and how to get this. We get results. We get situations like this. And when we're talking about, for example, if that person not really confident about their goals, they don't believe about, but they can talk about this. Or I'm getting more close to my goals. I'm getting more wealthier. I'm getting more successful. I'm getting more healthier. My life, my family life getting better. We are in great relationships with my wife or with my children. And when we talk about this, we started to believe in this, and we see that, wow, it's getting reality.
Yes.
I see that it's getting true. But it's because we've been programmed for dozens of years by our parents that wish our success, our colleagues, our something like this. They didn't thought how to talk. They didn't thought how to think like successful people. And when we reprogram our mind,
very important thing to do.
With positive thoughts, with positive words, with goal-oriented thoughts, success-oriented goals, we see results different.
Yes.
It's not like 1 day, 2 days. It can take months or years.
True.
We program our mind.
Yes, the getting outside the box, because you cannot choose the country where you live. You cannot choose your family and their ideas. And when we were little, we growing up, and we could not choose what kind of ideas people put in our mind. You learn from your family, from teachers in school, and you could not even choose the teachers in school because they are normally people. They're unfortunately not all of them are truly successful, and they share the principles of success. Because besides knowledge, more important is the personality of the teacher, and not all of them are like this. But the best thing is that, once you grow up, you are able to create that environment of success and choose every person very carefully. The person who will have a very positive influence on your life, who can change your attitude towards things. And thanks to that, you will accept things as a norm, and you attract money, success, good health, healthy habits, and everything the very best in this world. It's because if you see one person is already doing it, it is so much easier for you to start doing that too. Because if nobody is doing that, if everybody is drinking alcohol, watching television, and not doing anything, then it's very hard to start growing. So better is to be uncomfortable maybe in the beginning among successful people, but slowly adapt their habits and change your life and become a better version of yourself. And that's really important, like the inspiration.
That's another secret of success, if we can say that.
Yes,
as DNA
totally.
is very important. We have a lot of characteristics from our parents, and it's very important as well. But the most but it's just little piece of what we can do. And what you told before is, I absolutely agree
Yes.
with you. And another very important principle, it's called 100% responsibility for our own life.
Yes.
And it's great to live with this. Yeah, absolutely. You cannot change some circumstances. You cannot change your childhood or your DNA, but you can change your thoughts, your ideas, and believing about this situation, about what you get in life. Yeah, absolutely. For example, we are responsible for our situations here. I'm responsible for my financial situation right now. I'm responsible for my health.
True.
And you can change your actions about that.
Yes.
If you want to change your future results, you should change your thoughts and actions in the present.
And words, and the way that you speak about it.
And words. And because my past actions, my past thoughts bring me here, right here. And they're still bringing me somewhere else.
Yes.
And if I want to change something, increase, to be more successful, to have more good relationships, to have more good health, I should change something here right now. Because if I'm not going to change it, I will have the same results as I did before.
Yes, true.
And it's not necessary to reinvent a wheel or bicycle. You should you should learn from the best who get the results already have that you want to. And ask them and learn from them and see YouTube videos and ask them to have a lunch with you and interview them and ask you some questions.
Very important. Yeah. Yes.
You're wondering about what they bring that person to where he is now. What do they read? What do they do during the day? What their life philosophy? And when you learn from them and you put that principle, that habit in your own life, you will get the same results. It's the Iron Man of the universe, the law of cause and effect.
Absolutely, yes, yes.
Our thoughts and actions is a cause. Our results in our life are effect.
Yes. Agree. It's like a mirror. First, you do something on this side, and then there's a reflection. If you want to lift your arm, and then there will be a reflection in the mirror. It's there's a cause and result of absolutely everything we do. And what I wanted to add about dreaming, I think it's about the goals. I think it's very important is to be brave and don't limit yourself. Put the goals that may seem crazy to other people. Maybe you want not just to go abroad. Like I know some people will think, oh, it would be so nice to see at least maybe one country. But if you want to see the world, if you want to travel to some really amazing places in the world, or maybe you want to live there, maybe you want a very big house in the ocean, maybe you want more than most people can imagine. But this crazy idea that inspires you, it's very important to acknowledge that and to do some, actually take some steps towards it. And maybe you will not achieve that. Maybe you will not make maybe $100 million. But if you make $50 million, it will not be that bad either. But this energy, it's like you're charged with this energy. And when you share it with other people, it's quite incredible. Because,
yeah. Absolutely, Anya. I want to share another tool I use in my daily life to our followers, to people who will see our video next time.
Yes.
Visualization. Some people say, "Oh, I cannot visualize. I'm not creative." But it's good. It's good. Everyone is creative and can visualize. But it's okay. What also I use, and that people can use as well, it's to do not just visual boards. I have a couple of visual boards here in my apartment.
Great.
I've told you, yes, that I just put some images I want to have in my life.
Wonderful.
My mentors, my travel destinations, some real estate, and something like this. It's very powerful. But also we can use like mind movie. We can make images and put some music, inspirational, very nice music that we like in this movie. And images can change like a movie, and there's a very inspirational, motivational music.
That's
over
fantastic.
There. You can find some mind movies in YouTube and make your own movies, your own vision board in action with music, and you can watch this music, this mind movie, or one time per day, or one time per week, or one time per month. But you put these images in the subconscious mind as well. It's very, very nice. It takes like 9 minutes. Some mind movies can be 5 minutes.
Doesn't matter.
I've done my own mind movie like maybe 7 years ago, but I've lost it, and I tried to do another one. I will do this, but it's very important. It's very, 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 very nice tool that we can use. We can reprogram our mind.
Great idea. What a wonderful process, because it's you use all your senses, the eyes and ears, and when you actually make movie, well, you use your hands, like a sensual and everything. It gets deep inside and becomes a part of your life, and then becomes very natural and very just very easy to take steps. And when you achieve this in reality, it would seem like it's meant to be. You won't be even surprised, because of course you wanted it this way, and that's what you get it. That's wonderful.
Yes,
so
and you can put some pictures of yourself or your own or your own family on your. You can cut your face and put with a lady or man of ideal body you would like to have.
I did that. Yeah, it worked.
A face in your dream car or in your dream city, and you see that. You can put some affirmations, some words in there, and you can see this. Probably you can say, "Oh, I don't remember what's there," but your subconscious mind remember. We have all information we ever seen or heard here.
Yes, and then you will be
on your conscious mind. You don't remember. You don't see. Oh, I probably, but you see. You have everything here.
That's
what
right.
You saw, what you heard, what you.
And then that's how you're subconsciously you'll be making the right decision. So, like you said, you want your body in a great shape. Then you have this idea. So next time you're at the party, and there's choices. There are fruits and vegetables, or there is some cookies, cakes, and alcohol. So you subconsciously you have this idea that I'm just sharing how it works for me. So I have this idea, and then I feel like I say to myself, what kind of health, what kind of image of myself I see. So if I choose the cookies and the alcohol, will that move me closer to that? And my answer is no, because subconsciously I know my answer is already within. I already know what to do. It's important to have a vision, like you said. And then it's so naturally to just go and take steps, and you go and have some water or some fresh juice and have fruits and vegetables. And they make you feel so good. You're not really missing anything. It's not a sacrifice, but then you feel happy deep inside, and you feel happy at the moment because you get this great energy of good taste from eating something healthy, putting vitamins in your body, and then you feel great the next morning. And then you're more productive, so you have tea, maybe not vodka or other alcohol, and then you can come back home, and before going to bed you take your notebook with all your goals and dreams and write more about the things for tomorrow. And that's how the big change happens. And that's how one day you wake up in the morning and look at yourself in the mirror and you say, wow, I really like that. That's definitely how I feel so comfortable, so happy and so good. And there won't be any surprise because you did it yourself.
Yeah.
And it becomes like naturally.
Yeah, it's step-by-step process.
Yes.
Step-by-step process. Like Zig Ziglar said, a motivational speaker and author, that probably he said that elevator to success is always out of order, but the stairs are open. You can use stairs, and the same here in life. And also, I'd like to recommend 2 books about this, about words in our subconscious. Is Joseph Murphy, The Power of Our Subconscious Mind, and Louis Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. It's two very nice books that you can start from. It's amazing. There are dozens of very nice speakers, very nice experts, and very nice books. But these books are very impressed. Got a lot of ideas about that through these books.
That's amazing.
I like this.
Yeah, a lot of things are explained.
Process.
Yes, and I think more important are actually the first and the second steps, because they're the most difficult. It's when you kind of develop the pace, it's easier. Every further steps would be bigger and the results will be greater. It's very important not to stop at the first, when you're making just the first several steps. So maybe elevator to success does exist, but it doesn't have a stop on the first floor. Maybe you have to climb to maybe like the 10th floor, first 10 steps you have to make yourself, and then wonderful things happen, and maybe there is an elevator. Once you achieve certain level, maybe you meet the person who can dramatically change your life with your career, with everything else. If something happens, some great people call it luck. And maybe it's just a chance to very quickly change your life for the better. But then you have to get there. You have to be ready to accept that. And that's why you need to do all these first steps by yourself and not stop. This is, I think, this is critical, because so many people, they wake up one morning and they want to change their life. And probably you also have clients like this. They want a great big change in their life. And maybe they wake up with a fresh enthusiasm to start, go to gym, to work out, to find a new job. And maybe it feels good the first day. Second day, a little resistance. And third day, they give up. They quit. And they do not continue their efforts. And of course, they don't have any results. So it's a steady and constant and never stopping, never ending improvement. So you have to either develop yourself to that level that you feel comfortable, you feel happy doing that, because it's also it's a long-term happiness. It is something that it's a part of your life. You feel that it's right, and it should be your choice. It shouldn't be any struggle or resistance.
Yes. And a lot of people ask me, how can I be motivated during the day? How can I achieve more in life? And it's daily process, as you said. It's never constant and never-ending improvement. It's like taking a shower. You cannot take a shower for all your life.
Right.
Shower
or brush your teeth.
Like here, you put your new information every single day. You read, you talk, you learn. You have your vision, you have your goals, you have vision boards. You know what you want from life, and it motivates you naturally. When
Absolutely.
you know exactly what you want, you have energy. When you know that you did some little steps toward your goal, you get more energy. You're motivated for tomorrow. You get more done.
Absolutely.
It's
Yes.
Basic process. Know exactly what you want and do whatever it takes every single day, step by step.
Yes, if you're doing it together with someone and people have similar goals, it's easier. It's more like a team that you are doing that together. And also, it's not only the developing some good habits, but it's getting rid of the old habits that are non-productive. It's like staying in bed till 10 in the morning, watching television, because some people still have problem with that. Some like smoking, some habits that are very unproductive. It's very important to stop it first and change them, replace them with the new habits.
You just mentioned very important subject about using our time and watching television just
yeah. Just for entertainment.
I've seen a statistics that show that average person here in the United States, Russia, Europe, watch on average 4 or 5 hours per day television. Let's think.
Incredible.
How can I use this time?
Yeah.
How are we getting smarter?
Definitely
or
not.
Are we getting dumber? So that usually television programs, funny videos are nice, but just for little time to relax.
Very true.
To feel better, but not just 5 hours per day.
Oh no, definitely
5
not.
hours per day, we can invest this time to get the best expert in our city or in our country.
Yes.
In 2, 3, 5, 7 years, we can become an excellent in what the subject we choose, what we want to be.
Definitely.
An expert.
Yeah, turn off television.
We become expert. We increase our income twice, 3, 5, 7, 10 times.
Yeah, absolutely. Turn off the television, open the book instead and read, and that will be a lot more useful and the results will be greater. And that's how you can make time for things. There's just so many people that I know, they said they do not have time to read books, they don't have time to see their good friends, they don't have time to learn another language, they don't have time to do sports or cook healthy meal at home. And instead, like you said, they're watching television 4 days, like 4 hours each day. Like, oh my God. And what are they getting? They're watching news that will not be even important tomorrow or like 3 months from now. Nobody will remember. They're watching sports. They're watching commercials. They're watching other people's lives instead of being focused on your own life. Because I think the most important, what can be out there is your own life, how you live, how you feel, things that you can control, you can change. And that's the only thing that we can change is our lives. It's our health, our relationship status, our money situation, career success, and just the state of well-being, having great friends, people around you, and the great experiences. I think that's what you can change. Everything else in the world, if you will watch more news, more commercial, that will only end up, well, just it's like a garbage in your mind.
Yeah, and it takes our energy.
Yeah.
It's not easy, Anna. Sometimes I just want to go to YouTube and see something, and something like this. But I say, oh, don't do that. Do something
right.
else. But sometimes I want to do that, and it's we can understand that kind of people. And you mentioned media and news. It's very important to decrease the amount of time we spend with that.
Yes.
It's not necessary to know about wars, about something bad things happening in the world. Because when you see this, when you see that, when you're talking about this, you're getting negative. Your energy is very
like a big drain of energy
on that level that not going to bring you success. When you want to become successful, you should think about this, and you should have that informational diet.
Yes,
that
exactly.
You put in your mind, because our mind is just ourself. What we eat, we become, and what we think, and what we kind of information we get, we become as well.
Yeah,
so
very
try
well
to
said.
Don't see the news and don't see media during 5 days, a week. You'll see the results. You see the different how you feel, and
Totally.
your mood will
will definitely
different
improve.
from what you had. You'll have more. You'll become more happier person.
Absolutely. You are going to lose absolutely nothing, but you get so much more. It's such an easy thing to do. And you will be focusing on your informational diet. It's a really important term. I like it very much, because now the number of hours each day is the same now and let's say 50 years ago. But then people had so little information. There was no internet, no YouTube, and television was very different. So people used to spend their time differently. There were no social media. Now there's just so much of that. And there's all these messages bombarding us from all over, commercials, and people are persuading you in what they want to do. Buy this, there's a great influence. And it's huge. It's very powerful influence coming from television, from radio, from all kind of information messages. Being able to choose what's right for you, that's a very important principle of success, I think. It's like what we choose what to eat. It's what you put into your body, like what kind of vitamins and nutritious food that has nutritious value. The same would be for the mind, for the brain. You don't want to eat garbage. You don't want to eat trash. The same way you don't want to watch some trashy television shows that are the same. Or something like the news that are very negative. And besides, you cannot change that. You cannot do anything about it. So knowing about some world's problem will not make your life better. But if you concentrate on your own life, then it's how you become happy and healthy person. And then that's how you make everybody else happy and healthy, mentally and physically. You inspire other people, and that's with the books that you read and books that you write.
Absolutely agree with you, Anya. And everyone here, you and me and everyone, is a role model for someone.
Yes, true.
And a lot of people learn from us, and
true.
we are teachers in some way for them. They see our life, they see what we do, they see how we talk and what we think, and we get we put some impacts on their lives, on their thinking as well. And I agree absolutely with you that it's very powerful. So we are changing as a person, and everyone close to us a little bit changing as well.
Absolutely, yes. And it's allowing you closer to your dream. Could you imagine years ago that you will be author of a book, the bestseller author, that your book will be published in Russia, and now you're ready to be published in the United States?
Anya, I've been an author here. I've been thinking about this. I've been visualizing this. I wrote goals about this. But here, yes, in reality, I'm an author.
Yeah.
In 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I've been an author just in my head.
Yes. And you made it possible. It's very inspiring. It's astonishing. It's very really
inspiring.
Great.
And everyone can do that, and not just with book, with their life in general.
True.
We can think about this. We can become that person in our head. Mm-hmm. And in 2-5 years, we become that person in real life.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, that's very inspiring. And I think it's definitely great to see how that you are definitely in the right way. And the results, it's something that is so obvious. You're not just talking about this, but you're living like this, which is incredible, which is great. And I think the way that you speak about your life, very inspiring for many people who will watch this video. And it's a good series because when I was still living in Russia, I would dream that I could listen to people like this. That was not available. And now it's a lot easier to do this. So like we were talking before, it doesn't matter where you live. If you're in Moscow or New York or even small city in Russia or in the United States where there is internet. And once you have excellent English skills, it's not only important to share about ideas that are very important in life, very crucial in life, but saying that in different language, I think it's a powerful way. It's like a different way of thinking. And for me, I feel that in English, for example, somehow it's easier to speak about success principles than it is in Russian. When I speak Russian, I try to find words. It's not that easy. I try because the whole, it doesn't seem very natural. And using English language, it is the language on which many books on success were written. And I think if people who are learning about success from you and learning about English or life in general, successful life and successful life in the United States, they will greatly benefit from watching this video.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's always great talking with you to share these ideas. And you just told me about the situation with Russian and English. I'm on different sides right now. I'm thinking, how can I say in English that? But it's great. It's a great challenge. I grow as a person. I improve my English skills. Mm-hmm. It's great. That's one of my goals to speak the same level as I do in Russian. Mm-hmm. So I should speak the same level in English, to speak for people, to have seminars and trainings in English as well. So this practice is a great opportunity for me, mm-hmm. Anya. So thank you very much for
natural. Thank you. No, it's a great pleasure because it's a very for me it's interesting to share these ideas, to know that there are principles that work. They're very universal, no matter what language you speak. But being able,
Anya, when we share these ideas, these tools, these habits we use in our own life, we realize, wow, I'm talking about this, and I'm learning this much better than I just wrote this.
Absolutely.
Read this somewhere in the book.
Yeah. So it's definitely because like every day, while you and me will live our lives making all this effort, and like a teamwork, it just makes it so much easier. I think all the efforts that you're making and I'm making, when they're combined, they are greater than like twice much. They're much greater. There's a lot of energy of like this positive energy of collaboration and inspiration. And I think in this series of video they could be very useful. Because you can, I'm sure we'll make a lot more, and there will be something that can be used in future as a part of the next book. For example, with their like interviews or with something like that could be educational. So it's a good experience. So never miss a chance to do that. So I'm sure we'll do it again soon, no matter what part of the country we are, and it's great to be in touch.
Getting so amazing, so abundant, so bright. when I say yes to opportunity.
Oh yeah.
When I've got opportunity, okay, come on for the course in Amsterdam. I said yes. I took my money. I said yes. When someone say let's go there, I said yes, and that's amazing. That what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't say yes, I didn't have that opportunity. I didn't see that. I didn't meet that person. I didn't do this. I couldn't go there. So when you say yes, a lot of things, like the universe shows us the way.
Mm-hmm.
It knows better where to go, because we see very close to us, but we have vision goals, and from there the universe knows better where is the stop, where is the dead ends, where is the freeway, somewhere else. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very important to try, and that's how you know, and then it will be the great surprise. Yes, because after one meeting, then in Moscow, we decide, okay, let's do this. So no matter what city you are, there's a Skype, there's a means of communication, of recording. Let's try and do that. And we did, and it went so well and so good for them, like, since the very first time. That, like, oh my God, this is just incredibly productive. Yeah, so it's very productive, and it's just very... It's great. So that's right. And then, to be honest with you, I was talking to several people, and there was an idea, and I made this offer. Let's do that, because I had this idea years ago that I wanted not only just being like to give lectures, but people, in my opinion, they learn a lot from communication, from the dialogue, from discussion, because two minds are better than one.
Yes.
And that's how important ideas are born. So that is why, but some people that I made this offer to do that, to record these interviews in English, they said no. I was like, oh, I need more time to think. Or that said, like, I don't have a camera on my computer, so I cannot use Skype. It takes 20 minutes to get the camera. Then people, they spend so much more money on the things that are not important, but they cannot go to the nearest store and get a camera and install it and get the results. So that is why people, they're still there where they are. And I'm just feeling like very grateful. Thank you very much for saying yes to that. And series of this interview, they're good, and your English is excellent. So it's a pleasure to be able to discuss ideas, because it's the high level. It's not that you only describe what you see and what you're doing. Being able to express ideas and thoughts in a foreign language, that's the highest level of knowing the language, of language proficiency, because that's how you get that's the way that you think and you express yourself. That's incredible. It's interesting.
Thank you,
Anya. You're most welcome. Yeah, you're most welcome.
It's better. My English is getting better.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, well, the things that are all this. Yeah. Like you said, we'll be learning from each other, and it's a good way to learn. Being active, not only from books, but you don't always have to learn from books. But then we'll use it. Great. So we'll be in touch. I'm going to pause the recording now, and maybe we can talk for a few minutes in Russian about your book in English.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Good. Perfect.